But for those who obviously can't tell, we have Roman in the house today.
Our little brother.
He's looking at the camera as if it's gonna like turn and pan to him.
Yeah, right. We don't have that technology, bro. We're not that high of a production value here.
But so if you hear like little giggles
In the
background, it's Roman.
Not a ghost, although that'd be interesting.
Because Roman's like on his little tablet watching football compilations. I promise you guys, I am wearing jeans. I like tried today. It's just really cold in my apartment.
Yeah, it is cold in your apartment.
Well, it's hot outside. Jose radiates heat. Our apartment is kept at 70 degrees. And that is actually
is not 70 degrees.
If we can put it to 68, we would. But we can't, because actually like instructed by our like management,
yeah.
They like told us that we can't do it any lower than 70 because it'll freeze the thing.
Like the pipes?
Yeah, which is crazy. Yeah.
That's weird.
I know. We paid $2,500 for our pipes to freeze. Crazy. Yeah. How are you?
I don't know. I did get good sleep last night. Like went to bed at like a reasonable time. Well, reasonable for me, it was like 1 a.m. But
oh my gosh, I can't remember the last time I went to bed at 1 a.m.
For me, that's like on a Saturday night. That's super reasonable.
On a Saturday night, I go to bed like no later than 10.
That's nuts.
Or at least I already start feeling tired at that time.
Yeah, no, like because I'm like usually out with my friends. And I just one of my friends was busy, was house sitting for his parents, and then and like his girlfriend was sick, so it was all like me and him were like on the phone for like a little while, but we didn't like hang out or anything, which like honestly I needed. Like my work week has just been like ridiculous, honestly. I don't know.
Has it been?
It's just I don't know, it's just been one of those weeks where it was like the most average week ever. Like a few days were all right, a couple of them just sucked. Like it was just the most really whatever. I mean, I'm glad, I guess, to be in the certain positions that I'm in, because I mean, I'm moving up in my job, so I mean that's nice.
Well, that's good. Kind of, whatever, moderately.
Yeah, I mean,
which it sucks that you work tomorrow, because tomorrow is Memorial Day at the time that we're filming this. It's Sunday the 24th. But
it's funny you said that. I honestly almost forgot until you reminded me.
Sorry.
Yeah, no. Which I mean,
I don't work tomorrow, so
yeah, it must be nice. Which I mean, we get holiday hours on top of getting a day off still. So it's like we're working like a 6-day work week. We're still working our 5-day work week and getting paid holiday pay for 8 hours. So I mean, that's, which is good. I'll take it. But like I just know that, I mean, I'm like a very split view with it, of either no one is going to want to like speak to me that day, or a decent amount of people will. It's really one or the other, honestly.
Okay.
But
well, let's get started. This is our 16th episode.
Is it?
Yeah.
16 episodes.
16 episodes so far.
But this is episode 16 of Rated R for Relatives.
I'm Arianna.
I'm Marcus.
And this is
Rated R for Relatives.
I am excited for season 2 because we're going to have much better things.
I hope so. I mean, I definitely want to have an actual camera just dedicated to us, like recording on that, so I don't have to worry about storage. I just have to worry about an SD card, and that's what I can prefer.
Yeah.
And then obviously maybe a bit better mics,
maybe
actual microphones, maybe, or just
those are so awful though. Like, I mean,
it's like big to hold.
They're huge to hold, a little heavy, and not just that, but you have to like make sure they're connected to something. I don't know, maybe
like just get like the DJI mics. Those are like way better than these ones. But I mean,
whatever.
But previews for season 2, I guess.
Yeah, season 2, we're gonna have an actual like photo of us on the cover of our podcast.
Maybe we'll decorate.
Maybe we'll have a different change of scenery. I'm actually, by the time we do season 2, I'm gonna move.
Right.
So we're gonna be in a different place, and not only that, but also like we're gonna have guests on the podcast.
Right.
So it's gonna be big things are coming.
Yeah.
For sure. But this is season 1.
Yeah.
Whatever. So let's get right into our first segment of Relate to This Rant.
Yeah.
Well, my rant is a little It's not exactly like relatable. Well, kind of. So this is honestly just not something that I've been experiencing personally myself, knock on wood, because
Right.
but it's something that's coming across my For You page a lot. I don't know where I got dropped off at
Where is this going?
on my For You page, but I am going to talk about this epidemic of women that get off on stealing other women's men.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, this is just like happening or just on your For You
It's
page
just on
more?
my timeline. I don't know where my algorithm dropped me off at, but I've been seeing so many like story times of
Right.
like my best friend stealing my boyfriend or my
What the
cousin or
hell?
like it's just it's so odd. I mean, okay, granted, yes, I'm liking the story time, so it keeps popping up
It's probably a part
because
of it.
it's just I'm on the messy side of TikTok right now. I don't know
Right.
because some of them like they're like responding like in the comments and fighting. Yeah, like it's crazy. So
Really?
I'm like invested a little bit, but it is an epidemic. I mean, not saying this is like new or this has never happened before, but I'm seeing a lot of like
You're seeing a
women.
lot more of it, I
I'm just
guess,
seeing,
just
yeah, I'm just
in
seeing
your
a lot of
timeline.
exactly. I'm seeing a lot of it more, and it's truthfully like disgusting me.
Well, I mean, I don't know. I mean, obviously it's bad, and let me just start there. But I
Yeah.
just mean, like, isn't it just something that like it happens? Like, it happens to people. I'm not saying it makes it right or anything, but it's like murder. It's like, yeah, it sucks when you like see it come up, but like, what's there to discuss?
Well,
I guess like the womanhood of it all, but like,
exactly. No, that's what I'm really trying to dive into is the womanhood of it all. Like, why are we doing that? Like, especially when these women are like grown women too. Like, I'm talking 25 years plus.
right?
It's one thing if I'm not saying it's good, but if it's happening in high school or something, to be real, I don't even care how old you are. If you are 16 stealing your best friend's boyfriend or something and thinking that shit's cute and thinking it's fun and whatever, like
I just think
I
it's
think
nuts
it's
that like people have that kind of. Well,
mentality
yeah, they're just
or
like,
like
I just don't know what like. Okay, here's the thing, right? Like, I've looked at a relationship just like in general. This was like what, like a few years ago, of like I saw a friend of mine with like a significant other,
mhm.
and the way this dude was like treating this girl, I'm just like, how is anyone like? Well, I'm like, I act better than this, right? Like
Right.
the thought never occurred of like, yeah, you know what? I'm gonna be the one that I'm a stealer. Like what? Like you know what I
No,
mean? Like,
and I hate this term of like, oh, it was never a home to begin with or something, or you guys aren't married, so it's really not a home. Like that is so weird to
I just
me.
hate the term home wrecking in general because like it feels because like obviously there is like other, yeah, just like how that happens, like, yeah, sure, they weren't married, but like that's still
That's
weird, like,
still
yeah,
morally
that's
wrong.
still like
Like
definitely
really
wrong.
morally wrong. Like there's this other mentality of like, oh, like she owed him nothing or she owed the wife or the girlfriend nothing. The boyfriend is the one that's mainly at fault. It takes two. It takes two to do this. I'm sorry. I am going to also hold the now ex-boyfriend like more accountable, absolutely, but you're also at fault being the other woman, knowing that he had a wife or a girlfriend or whatever, like
Listen,
knowing that
that's
is
true.
at the same time I'm seeing this on my timeline, like the people are also like having these rants of like that they are also seeing it and saying this is not normal, like you having the desire to steal somebody's man is not
Yeah, see,
normal.
that's crazy. If you're
You
like,
wanting
if you're waking
somebody's
up,
if you're waking up and being like, I want to steal this girl's man today, or
well,
no, there are women out there that genuinely only go for married men
that's true.
or committed men in relationships. It is
Which
disgusting.
that in of itself, nuts,
No, it's
nuts.
truthfully morally one of the grossest things to me as a like socially, because
Right.
obviously there's worse things
Right.
like murder, but I'm saying like that is almost close. Like you should be jailed for that. I really do think so.
You
I
should be
no,
jailed.
like I'm sorry. I think both parties should absolutely I think men should go to jail for cheating. And I think women who took part in the cheating and there's proof of them knowing should also go to jail and
Well,
serve time
vice
because
versa.
that is just yes, and also of course, vice versa. Of course. Like this is not just like, oh, I hate women. No, I love women. In fact, I love women so much that I want better for us. So stop doing this. This is my public service announcement. The thing is what we can't control is our own self. So what I'm like saying is, to this point, and to wrap up my rant, is that I truly, 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 truly hate this epidemic of women that are like, it's becoming like so normalized now. Like, truthfully. And I don't know if I blame Euphoria. I'm sorry, like Euphoria, because remember the show Euphoria, for those who don't know, the second season, the main plot, or one of the main plots, is that Sydney Sweeney's character, Cassie, and Maddie Perez's character, or Alexa Demie, Maddie Perez, in the show, they are best friends. Maddie Perez is dating Jacob Elordi's character, Nate Jacobs. Maddie Perez and Jacob are broken up. Why am I mixing their names? Right. Maddie and Nate are broken up. And Cassie decides, hey, I should go sleep with my best friend's ex-boyfriend. Mind you, they are still actively like trying to like work things out.
I partially blame Nate as well.
I blame both parties. I blame both parties.
I blame Nate. I blame the Nate party for engaging in it, obviously. But the whole like Cassie's character that like perpetuated it going forward was nuts.
Well, hold on. Because in the third season, they end up getting married. Right, Cassie and Nate end up getting married. Is it perfect? No, obviously. A few spoilers if you haven't watched Euphoria. But my thing is, though, too, in the second season, we all know that Nate's a piece of shit, right?
Right.
He's abusive. He's awful. He's an awful man. And Maddie knows it too, but she's obviously stuck in this like toxic relationship, like Stockholm syndrome type of thing, right? But when Maddie does find out about Cassie and Nate, she's banging on the door, crying, like, because Cassie's hiding from her, because she's a coward.
That shit was so funny. I love that scene. Just like, come out, you fucking.
No, like, but what's sad is that like Maddie's like begging and pleading to her, like, when is this going to end? Like, he's done so much stuff to me, and now he's with my best friend.
Right.
Like, she didn't even make it about him. It was more about the friendship that she lost with her, and that level of betrayal.
Right.
And that is so heartbreaking. Like, truly, to watch. And now, like,
that kind of thing is just happening.
Yes, and now in season 3, which is why I'm like, I'm loving Maddie in season 3, because she's got something up her sleeve, and I am so excited to see it play out. Because also, though, too, in season 3, when Rue is like asking Maddie, like, you don't want to wring her neck, you don't want to like you don't hate her, and Maddie says this thing, I forgot what the word was, but it's this concept of how everything is supposed to be how it is, essentially.
Oh yeah.
And it isn't objective like this. I mean, it is like, there is a word for it that she says in the show, but she explains that everything is supposed to happen the way that it is. And I find that very beautiful. That's a whole level of maturity that I don't think I've reached yet.
I think I've reached it at points and I've lost it.
Right. The second I think I have it, I'm like, nope, screw that. So, I mean, I don't know. It's just one of those things that I am actively seeing it happen. And I know that a lot of our audience is pretty young, like not super young, but like our young cousins watch this. And I just want to make it very known that if you want something that you can't have, like even in it social wise, in a relationship, if you need to seek help, you need to turn around and work out those feelings of yours, because it is not normal for you to want that for things that you can't have.
For you to just like,
and wanting to like take it from somebody and get off on that is so odd and so weird. Like, who is genuinely raising these women to think that it's okay? Because my mama did not raise me to do that. To all my young girls that are watching this, please don't do that. And if it does happen to you, I don't condone violence.
Right.
But
swing on a bit.
Just once. Slap her across the face.
Take out the earrings first.
Throw a drink. Well, throw water, because they can't do nothing to you.
Do that thing that girls do, and you just gotta bite them off real fast.
I mean, I don't know. Expose too. Expose. Post the screenshots.
I was gonna say,
but please, when you do that, when you air that out, do not go back to that, man.
I was gonna say, yeah.
Do not go back to that situation. Do not become friends with her again.
Because you will be the biggest. Everyone will look at you like the most unserious person ever. Yes. You will become the definition of a social clown.
Exactly. So, all I'm saying is just that's what I would do.
Take care of yourselves.
Take care of yourself. Oh, that's good. Just take care of yourselves. That's all I gotta say.
Oh yeah, I mean,
But
my turn. I
that's
guess.
to wrap up that rant, Marcus.
As far as just like my rant today goes, I mean, I've always been able to move forward decently, right?
Yeah.
Yes, I reminisce at times. Yes, there will be things that I be kind of stuck on for a while, but I've always been able to move forward. And it's like, and I was telling mom about this, whereas like I can't let go of this weird feeling in my heart. And it's funny because without getting too much into it, I discovered a few things recently about a person that I had thought was lost in my past, just out of my life, essentially. And they were things that just kind of made me think about life in general and the aspect of how things went down in that whole scenario. When you have that kind of realization and it's just sort of going, I mean, you kind of just get to a point where you realize, well, what am I stuck, or well, you ask the question of what am I stuck on,
right?
And I've ran through that a million times, whether it's whether it was my own guilt about the situation, whether it was sadness about the whole thing, anger maybe, or about any of it. I went through it all, and yet still I can't find myself able to let it go. And as dumb as it sounds, because I am a person who does believe in extra normative connection and spirituality and that kind of thing. So I can't help but think that the reason I can't shake this feeling is because something's not over yet. And as dumb as that sounds, and grief, and because again, grief stricken, even as it might sound, because again, I'm coming on 2 years that has been since I've seen this person. And I have had relationships, I have had ups and downs, successes and failures. I have gone through whole other cycles of life since then. But what? This is the one thing that I can't shake off. I don't understand it. And
it is one of those like weird things. I honestly think it's just, I'm gonna be honest with you, at this very point, I think it's a you thing. Because, and I'm learning this as I get older, I feel like when we have closed a chapter with a certain person in our lives, we are not meant to see them again.
Why do I still find myself here then? That doesn't make sense to me. That defies logic. That defies psychology. Why am I here? I don't know. And neither does anyone else. And that's my point.
Yeah, I don't know either.
Is no one has an answer for me. And that's what sucks about this whole thing even more. Look, my point to bringing all this up is being a person that has done nothing but try to move about in the most positive way in my life, whether that for myself and for the people around me. And I guess, I don't know, knowing that I had spectacularly failed at that at one point sucked for a while. But I want to move on, whatever that means. Because I am a believer in the same thing of when things are even meant to come back to you, they will. It happens that way. But here's the tricky part. We get into free will. Sometimes people don't choose the thing that is supposed to happen. Better days out there, and for, well, anyone who's got any advice, shoot me a DM.
Okay. Our socials are in the description below if you're curious. Yeah, let's move on to our next segment, For Cinema. And
Yeah.
for those who are new here and don't know what For Cinema is, it's the segment where I assign Marcus a fun, lighthearted chick flick, and Marcus assigns me a male-centered movie. Sometimes they're fun and lighthearted. Sometimes they can be very deep.
Yeah.
This week is my turn.
Yeah.
And you assigned me Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
Yeah, I did.
Synopsis.
Which, yeah, if you haven't seen Ferris Bueller's Day Off, first of all, '80s cult classic. But it follows a young man, a high schooler named Ferris Bueller, obviously, who takes a day off from school. That's literally what happens. He pretends he's sick. The principal's onto him the entire time and tries to catch him doing like being out when just goes on a big adventure with his friend and his girlfriend, and they have just a great old time. They steal his best friend's dad's car. They go and have a whole he sings in a parade, like as people chanting and singing with him, and the whole school is like cheering for him, thinking that he's sick and all this stuff. His sister's like having a hard day herself too. It's honestly it's a very 80s movie where you take such a simple. This is what I love about 80s movies, low key, and I think we've strayed away from this a little too much. You take such a simple concept and make it this grand spectacle.
Yeah.
Like this, it's called Ferris Bueller. It's very straightforward. Ferris Bueller's Day Off, and that's what it is. And it's just a fun time. It's a fun movie.
Yeah.
And it just shows the energeticness of youth. I think that should be captured.
Yes. No, it's a really great movie. I have never seen this movie.
Really? You've never seen Ferris Bueller's Day Off before?
No, which begs the question, when did you ever watch it? Because Mom would always have us sit down. This is why Marcus and I are very in tune with pop culture, very in tune with media and film, because I like to say we were the last set of our generation to actually sit and watch movies growing up without relying on a big old block of screen to keep us entertained and mentally stimulated. Like
Right.
I'm very privileged to be able to like say that we know a lot about these movies and such and the references because we were put in front of the TV all the time.
Exactly.
But I when did you watch this?
I want to say I watched it somewhere either in my freshman or sophomore year, because I remember wanting to watch it very much because like a girl I had a crush on also loved the movie, and I remember just thinking, because obviously it's an 80s movie, and I knew I was gonna like. I love Back to the Future. I loved Indiana Jones. Like, so I was like, you know what, I had already watched Breakfast Club. Mom had introduced us to that movie, obviously. So that to me, I'm like, oh, okay, like another like high schoolish 80s movie. I'm here for it.
Also directed by John Hughes.
Right.
So,
also directed by John Hughes. So I was like, yeah, I'm here for it. So I like went home like within like the next few days, and I watched it, and I remember my perspective changed after that. Especially I think this is an underrated coming of age movie that like that should be shown to kids like when they're going into high school, because it's like it's such a good movie.
Yeah, and it is a really great movie. I'm sad that I went my entire life without watching this, and it's funny because like I obviously watched this with Jose. For those who also don't know, Jose's my boyfriend,
right?
Because people are probably like, "Who the hell is Jose?"
Right, newer viewers.
Yeah, so he was like, I was like, "Oh, you want to watch it with me?" And he like dreads old movies.
Right.
It's because he just didn't grow up watching old movies like
right, which my friend Mike is like that. It's the same way.
Like he really dreads it. He's like, I just don't like it.
Like
it's
doesn't stimulate them.
Yeah, it doesn't
for some
stimulate
reason,
them for sure. So I was like, oh please, like
right,
and like I finally convinced him to watch it with me, and he was laughing. Like he actually really enjoyed this movie. I had faith that I was gonna like this movie, and I actually love this movie.
This movie is great.
It's great. I can't get over how beautiful Mia Sara is. Oh my goodness. And for those who aren't familiar with Ferris Bueller's Day Off, Mia Sara is the actress who portrayed Sloane Peterson,
right,
who plays Ferris Bueller's
girlfriend
in this movie, but she is phenomenally gorgeous.
She is she is to me like that's the definition of like 80s beauty.
No,
like, right
for
there.
sure.
Like,
well,
beauty in general.
I
honestly.
looked up,
like,
I was so intrigued by how beautiful she was. I'm like, I need to know what this woman looks like now. And she looks practically the same, just obviously aged, but
right.
like she's still very beautiful. And I was like, because all the angles they had her, I'm like, does she have a bad angle? Like, seriously, she is gorgeous.
Like they had them upside down at one point, I think, didn't
Yes,
they? Yeah.
yes,
And she
yes.
still looked beautiful.
Very beautiful. So I was so like I just kept telling Jose, I can't get over how beautiful she is. You know, they have the end credit scene. So we were obviously watching the end credit scene, and I was looking at the credits just to be curious. Kenny Ortega. Are you familiar with Kenny Ortega?
I mean, isn't he a not a composer or something? No. Choreographer. That's what it
The
is.
most famous choreographer who has done literally every single Disney musical movie.
Right.
Talking about High School Musical, Cheetah Girls, Descendants as of recently,
Right.
I think many other things, but amazing. Kenny Ortega. How old is this man? Like, no, because he also choreographed Michael Jackson's This Is It tour.
Oh no.
Yes. So that's where it's like, how old is this man?
He's
Like,
a vampire.
no, like seriously, Kenny Ortega, sir, I would love to meet you and sit down with you and talk to you about all the things you have created.
The workers, like the construction workers and all that, those are real people.
Oh, really?
Like, yeah, the ones who like weren't like dancing with like the act like choreographed, those were real people that were around while they were shooting.
See, that's amazing.
Yeah,
I
because
love
they filmed
that.
on location, obviously.
Right. I love that organic feel to this movie too. It really feels so I don't know how to explain
I forget,
it.
remind me if is it in Los Angeles or Chicago?
It's in Chicago.
Chicago, that's what, yeah.
And I guessed it. Oh my gosh, I guessed it correctly. Because Jose was like, what city is that? I'm like, that's not LA. And I'm like, I think that's Chicago. And then obviously throughout the movie, we find out they're at a Chicago Bears game.
Right.
And it's like, oh my God, I was right. It's in Chicago. Yeah, no, it was such a great, great film. Jennifer Grey, who plays his sister.
Right.
Iconic actress. She is in Dirty Dancing.
Right.
My heart breaks for that woman for sure. Because I don't know if you know, a little fun fact about her. Jennifer Grey was one of the most recognizable faces in the 80s because of Dirty Dancing, of course, and of course Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
Right.
It actually her mother and her team convinced her to get a nose job.
Really?
She got the nose job and completely changed her appearance. People don't realize the nose is really the heart of your face.
Oh yeah, well, I mean, it's the center of your face.
For sure, but even the slightest thing can really change your face. And that nose job, I think she got two done, actually. She got one, the first one, I guess there was complications with the first one, and then she got a second one, completely transformed her face. If you even look what she looks like now, too, like completely unrecognizable. It's truly sad because it affected her career really badly.
Really?
People didn't recognize her when she would go into casting or when she would go auditions and didn't know who she was, and maybe not have believed that that's the same person that did Dirty Dancing and Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
You're capping.
Right. So I just, it breaks. I don't know why it would, like, because again, she was very beautiful before. I think she's very beautiful now and was very beautiful after her nose job. She did do some like guest star roles. Like she was on Friends. She played Mindy in Friends. Yeah.
Wait, what?
Yes. In literally the earlier episodes of Friends in the first season, she is Mindy. She's Jennifer Aniston's Rachel Green's best friend. Yes.
Oh my God.
Yes.
God.
That's how bad they changed her face with the nose job. Yes.
Oh my, yeah, no. You couldn't pay me to tell you that was her.
Mind you, this is someone that like can recite you the entire plotline of each Friends episode. Yeah, that you didn't know that.
Put on any episode right now, space the screen away from me. I can give you the lines like bar by bar. Crazy.
Isn't that awful? Like, because your mother and your management team is like, you need to change your nose, you're not gonna get hired. I mean, no, it actually did the exact opposite.
Which, like, nowadays in Hollywood, it's like getting surgery is like pretty taboo. It's like, it's
normalized, but so much so that they beg you not to.
Right. That's what I mean. Kind of. It's like, no, please don't. Like, help.
That's why. I mean, I'm not saying like we're actors, right?
Right.
And I was explaining. I actually had this conversation with Mom of like, I am not gonna get Botox and filler. Will I maybe get a lift when I'm 70 or 80? You know, maybe an upper breath. But now, no. I love my facial expressions. I love that I can move my face.
Right.
Like, truthfully, it makes me an actor. It makes actors actors. And I can totally tell, especially now when I'm watching something new and I can tell that they got work done. Because
Right.
you're crying, but your face isn't moving.
I'm like, you're not, like, your lip isn't quivering.
Yeah, no, really, like really, and it's heartbreaking. Like the beauty standards now is just very unachievable, and I think we all as a collective need to accept that. And I think I'm not someone that's like totally against plastic surgery. If something's really genuinely affecting your mental health that much and not making you happy by something that you know you could fix and you have the money to do that, go ahead. By all means, do it.
Right.
If that's what's genuinely gonna have some positive effect on your psyche, fine. But I think there is a time where we need to pull back the knife. And I think this is like a very a test of like actors, especially if you're in the acting industry. Don't touch your face. Your face is your entire career.
No, yeah.
Don't touch it.
Don't touch
Please.
your face.
But going back to this movie, the random Charlie Sheen cameo.
Oh yeah, I always forget. Every
Threw
time I watch this movie, I always forget he's in there.
Threw me off. I'm not a Charlie Sheen fan for very obvious reasons.
Right, he is very taboo.
But it was
he's
genuinely
hilarious to like watch as a person, but
genuinely a jump scare though. I was like, oh my god, that's Charlie Sheen. But I love this movie. I'm gonna rate it 5. I've been
really?
craving an 80s movie. Not gonna lie, I've been craving a good 80s movie. I'm done with watching 16 Candles. I'm done with watching Pretty in Pink. I'm done with the Breakfast Club of it all. Like I've seen St. Elmo's Fire. Like it's just there's so many 80s movies that are great, but I've watched over and over and over again that I'm like, I need something new. This movie was a great treat, and I can't believe I'd gone almost my whole life not watching this movie. So
well, I'm very glad that you liked it. Honestly,
I loved
yeah.
it. No, I loved it. The comedic timing is amazing. It felt really natural too. Like, and watching it on my big screen TV that has like 4K and Ultra HD was also a great thing because
Right?
it's like, oh,
It's like color.
Yeah, no, seriously. I thank you for giving me Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
Of course.
I
No,
really
I'm glad
loved
you.
it.
I'm really glad you liked it.
I loved this movie. Like seriously, I'm excited to like show my kids all these movies and
This is one of my favorite coming of age movies, definitely in general. I will say, as far as just like male centered movies, it probably is in like top 20s. I don't know if I'd say top 10s, but it's definitely it's up there a little bit.
Yeah, and I could totally relate to Jennifer Grey's character, Ferris Bueller's sister, because it's like, are you freaking kidding me? Like the babiness of the parents to their son, and you're over here like she was having a bad day herself. Yeah, because her brother kept constantly getting away with everything, but in the end, she has his back.
Yeah.
So it's like I saw Us,
right?
You know,
that's what I love about this movie too. I'm like, I wish I had a day like this.
And no, it's an amazing day.
It's
like
such a good one.
It's
But yeah,
so good.
and if you want to watch Ferris Bueller's Day Off,
it's on Paramount Plus.
On Paramount Plus,
and obviously Amazon Prime Video for rent or buy.
Right.
But if you have a Paramount Plus subscription,
yeah, there you go.
Highly recommend.
And if not,
and Pluto. If you guys don't know, Pluto is a kind of a streaming service. It's like a cable-like streaming service where you can go on Pluto, watch like random cable, but you can also watch movies on demand. So it's also on there too, just with hella ads though.
Right.
You're not gonna have a good time watching it. So, but yeah.
Yeah.
Let's move on to your turn.
Yeah.
The movie that I assigned you this week was Crazy Rich Asians.
Yeah, it was. Which I mean, it was a good movie. Which synopsis?
Yes. So if you haven't watched Crazy Rich Asians is a romance movie.
Romance comedy. Yeah.
Romance comedy. I find
it's
it more
labeled as a romance comedy.
Definitely though. There is certain comedy aspects of it from the side characters, but I truly think
there's a lot of comedic actors in here. Actually, it is a comedy movie
for sure. I personally think it's just a pure romance movie. We get introduced to Nick Young and Rachel Chu being a couple in the movie, of course, and Nick Young gets invited to a wedding in Singapore where he's from and his family is from.
Right.
And he decides to bring Rachel along.
Right.
And his family, unbeknownst to Rachel, is the most richest family in Singapore. The reason why Singapore even exists as its own like island and development is because of Nick Young's family.
Yeah.
So he is very, very wealthy. But again, Rachel doesn't know this. So until they fly on the plane, all of a sudden they're in first class, and she's like, can we even afford this? I'm like so confused. And they get into the discussion of, yes, my family is pretty rich. Or no,
we're comfortable.
Oh yeah, he says we're comfortable.
And
then
literally
she's
tells
like,
him that's what a super rich person would say.
Yes, but she still doesn't know the impact of his family until she arrives in Singapore.
Right.
And she has this college friend who's played by Awkwafina, but I completely forgot her name in this movie, but Awkwafina's character is Rachel's college friend that is also from Singapore.
Right.
And her family is also very rich too. Everybody on this island is very, very rich.
It seems like to live in Singapore, like you're a rich family
no,
or something.
Seriously,
or like you're a part of a rich family.
You're born rich.
Right.
You know, it's just the norm in Singapore.
I guess so.
So they obviously spend time together in the beginning of the movie because she's reuniting with her friend, and then she reveals, yeah, like I'm here with my boyfriend. My boyfriend's Nick Young, and that's when
the whole
plot
family
changes. The whole tone changes. I mean, not the whole plot, but the tone in her character completely changes because they're telling her like, you are about to meet his very wealthy family. Again, the reason why Singapore is because of his family.
Mm-hmm.
So Aquafina, being a great friend, is dressing her up and coaching her and like telling her like what you're walking into. Because his family throws this like welcome party for him, and also like isn't it like
I think it's supposed to be like the rehearsal dinner.
Oh yeah, like because the family, of course, it's a wedding, right? So they're throwing the rehearsal dinner and the parties of it all, the things to a wedding. So she arrives and she meets the family, and then she meets his mom. Nick Young's mom is not impressed by Rachel. Throughout the movie, she's in a way trying to seek the mother's approval. And we're going to talk about it more deeply because there is this underlying thing about the mother thinking that Rachel's never going to be enough for Nick.
Right.
And it's this huge, like, mama boy and boy mom type of situation going on here a little bit. But yeah, that's the synopsis of Crazy Rich Asians because they are crazy rich. So it's a great movie cinematically. I think it's beautiful.
It is.
So I'm very curious on what you think.
It was a very beautifully shot movie. Honestly, I did find myself enjoying this movie. All the performances were very fantastic from everybody around. Obviously, the movie itself was just very nice. I loved like the plot in this one because there is that very big underlying tone of like traditional families and how things like that go. It's like especially with marriage and kind of controlling your kids' life. It's funny how directly because I will say, people like have sometimes made like the comparisons between mainly Mexican culture and like Chinese like culture
Asian
or like
cultures,
Hispanic and Asian
North
culture
Asian
in general.
culture, yeah,
exactly. Because obviously we are, we're pretty decently similar in quite a lot in a lot of those older values and how family dynamics work. And I will say like that it's like they're like shameless about it. Like Hispanics like. We'll like try
to gaslight,
right? Or like hide, like to hide it. We're just being protective.
Yeah, no, like call it for what it is. It's gaslighting,
right? Yeah,
like it really is gaslighting. The toxic machismo mentality, the toxic traditional values that are in our culture, and because the thing about Nick Young's mom. For those who haven't watched Crazy Rich Asians, and obviously spoilers, her issue with Rachel is that she's American.
Right. That was like her main thing is that she's American and that she doesn't know what it's like the sacrifice it takes to kind of be in their family.
Yeah.
Is like essentially the point she makes to her.
Yes.
Because because his mother is the one that came out from outside of that family in that marriage. His father was already part of the very rich family when his mother had met him. And is discussed in the movie how she says to her that she had gave up her practice when they got married so that she could help him in his family's company, which and she expresses to her of like we like Americans don't know about like
sacrifice like that
or like about like no she says to her like we know family is the most important thing, unlike like Americans saying something about valuing passion, like
Right.
you know,
Yeah,
or
it's a
like
dig.
happiness. That's what she says,
Yeah.
happiness.
It's a very much dig to Rachel when Rachel is like, because Rachel has an established career.
Right. And her boyfriend even mentions that she is the youngest professor in the staff.
And that's something that I did appreciate about Nick Young's character, is that he knew that she was getting shamed from his family, but he was trying his hardest to like be like, yeah, but she's this, she's great, and still.
Right. I will say throughout this entire movie, he never wavered of like whether he wanted to be with her or not.
No, never. It
That
was
that didn't
never
happen
a
once.
hesitation. It was never,
That didn't
his
happen
family didn't
once.
get into his head that they wanted to, like, at all. And it is so powerful with the end of this movie.
Right, because obviously they do end up being engaged, and
Yes.
having that whole engagement party is how the movie ends.
Yeah.
But in any case, it's the whole thing really just becomes a big testament of like I don't know, of letting go. I guess of just like letting go of baggage from your family,
Yeah.
and like
Well, not just that, but like letting your kids be happy in the
right
life that they want,
because
and be with the person that they want to be with.
because I do understand it is like an American idea to like come here and do what you desire of like
Hmm.
chasing your dream,
The American
what
dream.
right, exactly, that whole
Hmm.
thing. And I get how that is like a very like American idea, but it's it's the right idea. Like you
Right.
know what I mean? Like of people should yes, there's a level of responsibility people just have, right?
Hmm.
But at a point when especially when you become an adult, there are certain things that aren't your duty or like responsibility.
But anywho, it is an amazing film, and I'm really glad that you liked it.
Yeah.
We were
Yeah.
supposed to get a second
I
one.
really?
We were supposed to get a second
Oh,
one
like what of
because,
their marriage?
yeah, for those who don't know, Crazy Rich Asians is actually based off of a series of books. They're a book
Oh.
adaptation by the author Kevin Kwan.
Oh.
So we were supposed to get a second one. We didn't because this movie came out in 2018.
Yeah.
So obviously, when this movie came out, it's causing this big uproar. It was a really big hit. I remember
Oh yeah, I
it was,
remember.
I think, like Oscar nominated, Emmy nominated. It was an amazing film. I mean, it is an amazing film, but it was, when it came out, it was praised a lot.
Right.
We were supposed to get a second one, and when I did research on why we didn't get a second one, a lot of it played into factor. The pandemic happened,
Right.
and the writer strike also happened. And not only that, but John M. Chu, it costed a lot of money to make this movie because, I mean, it was shot, I believe, in Singapore. Like, they had to like build the sets and do all these things, and it costed a lot of money.
Well, because here's the funny part. They're imitating a very expensive wedding. I can imagine it still costs a lot of money to have like the whole wedding scene in and of
Oh yeah.
itself. The hell? Like, you
Yeah.
know what I
Oh,
mean? Like
amazing. My dream
she
wedding.
walked on water?
Yes.
What the fuck was that about?
First
Like
of all, women walk on water. So let's get that out of the way. That was the symbolism of that. But either way, it just never got made. But they're actually in the process of making it into a TV series.
Really?
On HBO Max. Yes.
Huh.
Yeah. So very excited to see that.
There we go. Sorry, I disconnected for a second.
No, very excited to see that come about. I don't know when it's coming out. I think there is details online if you look really deep into it. But what would you rate this?
I would rate this movie a solid 4 stars.
Yeah.
I think the only reason it kind of just loses a star for me is it does just get a little bit
Flat.
kind of flat in certain moments, and like there's just times where you're like, okay, like like I don't know, like or like it could have gone either without this or this could have gone a bit fast, or it's just there's just little moments like that. Um, but other than that, like I will say this was like a great movie. I loved like all like the little moments of it, especially just between actors, like the chemistry between all the actors was very nice. I mean, on the like the bachelor party scene on the boat was so funny. Like
Yeah.
I thought that was hilarious, or especially like that whole conversation too. Because again, we go back to his family is like telling him, "Oh, she's not up to our or up to the standard," basically, and he's like defending her. So like it is all just a very great movie, and honestly, props to the dude like that just kept his mindset on it because like I
Yeah.
think there's not really a lot of whole other like romantic comedies or movies that you have recommended me were at the very least not like one time a dude's mind was like, man,
maybe I shouldn't be with her.
Be with her.
Yeah, but speaking of critiques and lists and all that, and for those who are unfamiliar, I have a favorite chick flicks of all time list. Big disclaimer, this list is based off of whether I would like to watch this movie over the other, so on and so forth, not based off of plot line, cinematography, storyline, anything. This
is not her letterbox.
It is not my letterbox. Well, kind of, but it's not my letterbox. So
right.
What I'm saying is, and even then, my letterbox, it's fun. People take letterbox a little too seriously. Like, let's be honest. So with that being said, Crazy Rich Asians ranks 44 out of 55.
I can see that.
Yeah, I mean, because I'm looking like even above, the movies above it are really amazing and they're great and they're more movies that I personally connect to and movies that I also just would rather watch over Crazy Rich Asians. But not to say it's not a bad movie, otherwise it wouldn't be on the favorite chick flicks of all time list. Okay, because there's many chick flicks out there, and I've seen a lot of them. Not all of them make it on this list.
Honestly, I didn't think there was 55 until we started this podcast.
So, with that being said, that is my list, and let's move on to hyperfixation. For this week, my hyperfixation, music-wise, I'm upset. Drake dropped 3 albums. Don't like it.
Trash.
No,
I'm sorry. Look,
mid, skip.
Look. In a world where Drake watches this, or
we miss the old Drake,
or no, screw the old Kanye. I miss the old Drake. Look, and you know what? Any person can hate on me. People like to hate on Drake fans in general,
right.
which is understandable when it comes to albums like this.
Right.
I don't blame you, because I'm sorry, this is trash.
No,
bro.
I'm not even kidding. I listened to all 3 of them more than once.
This is
not
the man who wrote Take Care.
This is not. Well, he didn't write Take Care.
Right. Well,
we gotta thank The Weeknd for Take Care, and we are thanking Party Next Door for Nothing Was the Same.
It's a good point. This is not the man who did Views. This is not the man who did More Life. I don't like.
No, right, because he had ghostwriters. And someone said. Someone said
his ghostwriters quit.
No. Someone said it sounded like Drake wrote this. At some point, Drake was getting appraisal from so many rappers, like Lil Wayne, for example.
He's top the charts, #1 hits.
Lil Wayne was his mentor.
Right.
Do you get what I mean? And Lil Wayne, arguably, is a really great rapper.
Amazing.
Like
an amazing lyricist.
No, yeah, he's
specifically.
For sure. So my thing is, this is not. He needs to get back on that Young Money track, because what is going on, bro? You need to call up Party Next Door to save you again.
Bro, you need to beg The Weeknd to write your next song, dog. Like, I can't.
Because I have to be honest. The last album that Drake dropped that I thought was objectively good was actually Certified Lover Boy. Certified Lover Boy to me was actually really great album.
Certified Lover Boy wasn't bad. It had a lot of great bangers in it. A lot of good shit was in that out. And you know what? I'm even one to say that For All the Dogs wasn't even that bad of an album.
Honestly, never mind. It wasn't even that bad.
In my opinion, For All the Dogs was like a little bit above a mid album. Right. It wasn't a great album, but it was a good album. It was a good album. But fuck, man, I can't even.
My favorite Drake album to my core is Take Care. Not even that, like it's just my favorite Drake song in general is actually Find Your Love.
Ooh.
Which is a Kanye produced song.
Brother, get every other
you need
artist.
To make amends with everybody that helped your career, brother. You need to make amends with them fast and quick.
Bro.
Because
OVO is going to be done, bro.
I don't. Oh my gosh. Listen. So I say all this to say I've been obsessed with old Drake recently. And here's my thing too. I personally think Drake, to me, more is an R&B artist. Because I love Drake as an R&B artist. Right. Like, I don't love him as a rapper. Which is my fixation. Has been his new song Classic. It's on the Habibti album, but it is amazing because it's like an R&B song.
Right.
And same thing on Certified Lover Boy. When everybody was calling that shit trash, I was listening to Get Along Better over and over. I love that song. That's actually, I lied. That is my favorite Drake song, is Get Along Better.
Oh, really?
No, literally. It's Get Along Better, Find Your Love, and I don't know. Those are my top two. They change by, they are interchangeable. But I love Get Along Better. It is actually I changed my mind. It's my favorite Drake song. It gives like a 90s R&B feel to it. And it has, my only critique about that song is that what is with this trend? It's one thing if you want a melody switch away. You're changing the entire song mid-song. What are we doing?
Yeah, no, I hate that.
However, I don't mind the last half, but it's an entire sample of an old 90s song that is unreleased, actually. So I don't know. It's a great song, though. I've been hyperfixated on listening to that. Moving into things that I have watched recently that I've been obsessed with, this show MIA. It's on Peacock. It's a Peacock original show. It's about this girl who grew up in Miami, and her family are actually drug mules. If you are like into cartel-esque shows, this one may be a new one to watch. Her family gets murdered by the cartel, and she's the only one left alive. They obviously don't know that she's still alive because she was hiding when all this happened. So she makes it her mission the entire season to kill the people who killed her family. So that is the premise of the show. And again, if you're into that type of thing, it's on Peacock. Go watch it. Another show I've finished that I've been hyperfixated on is Off Campus.
Right.
It's an original show on Prime Video. It's a book adaptation. It's this love trope of fake dating, which is like when you're fake dating somebody and you end up falling in love.
Right.
I actually eat that romance trope up. I personally really like it. If you've watched To All the Boys I Loved before, you will like Off Campus. However, these are college students. They do the adult tango, okay?
Right.
It is a very mature show. But if you're into the romance stuff, I highly suggest that one.
As far as just like shows recently, I haven't really been. I've been rewatching The Flash because I'm just trying to get back to like stuff that inspired like the core of my being, you know, and a lot of that does have to do with media that I consumed as a kid.
Yeah.
So I'm just like getting back to like watching certain shows and certain movies, mainly superhero themed stuff, because that is where I got most of my core values from. So I'm just like rewatching The Flash again, which if you're not familiar, it was on CW for 9 years actually.
I forget how long that has
ran. It technically outlasted Arrow. But in any case, I think actually was I'm not sure if it was the last one to get taken off air out of all the Arrowverse shows, but it was one of those shows, and obviously it was one of the more popular ones. I loved it, and I still love it to this day. It does get a little bit, rough during a few of the seasons. Sometimes the plot points aren't always the best, but it's Grant Gustin's performance makes the whole thing that much. In fact, I mean, so much so that a lot of DC nerds want him to be the Flash in James Gunn's universe as well.
He should just be the Flash.
Like,
I don't understand why it's a conversation.
Like, exactly, because people want him because he plays the character just so well. Like he is Barry Allen. Like, and so I just been watching that recently. So if you haven't watched that, go watch it. It's on Netflix. I think it's gonna stay on Netflix. I think they have like a contract that stays on Netflix. I will say, side note, there's crossover episodes just about every season after the first one. And so you might, if you want to get the whole story of what happened and like that whole plot, you're gonna have to watch the same like the crossover episode from the other show or shows that it crossed over with. But otherwise, you just binge the show. It's great. I love it. That there is one because like it's getting warmer again. I just love this song in general when it is warmer. Is 90 by Jaden Smith. Possibly his like only really good song, but it is.
Every time someone mentions Jaden Smith, I always remember like him saying that Tyler the Creator straight up told him your shit is trash. Like straight up telling him like, dude, you suck.
Which Tyler the Creator is a very out there artist in the way he has done his rapping. So for Tyler the Creator to say that the creative liberties that you're taking are trash.
Well, Tyler the Creator also too is one of those artists that can actually take criticism well and work through it in his art. Like if you listen to like Goblin, it's completely different
than if you listen to like Chromacopia.
Yeah, like exactly. Like his first album being Goblin and then his latest album being Chromacopia, completely different artists. You would think.
I love Chromacopia too. I'm sorry, I do like it. But
I mean, I don't mind it. I think I don't think anything is going to be touching Igor ever.
Good point.
I think it's a beautifully, sonically, amazingly produced album that cannot be replicated even by him. But I could be wrong. But going back to
But I mean,
yours.
yeah. So I mean, like that 90 by Jaden Smith. It's a, if I remember correctly, it's like a 6 or 8 minute song or something. But like the last half, I don't know what hit of acid that man took or something before he got on the soundboard. But God, or I don't know if he was the one that produced it or if it was someone else. But God damn, like the back vocals towards the end, like the outro of the song is like literally the entire last half of this song is so beautiful. Like it's like to me, like the song is like a very like encapsulating feeling of what it's like to kind of. I mean, I don't know what the song is about exactly, but to me, it like almost encapsulates the feeling of kind of like falling in love deeply and like just willing to just give it up even though you lost it. You want it back a lot, and which obviously, given our discussion earlier, you can see why I've just been listening to it a bit recently. But in any case, um that one's been pretty good, just in rotation a bit. I'm just on my indie vibe lately.
You're always on an indie
I'm
vibe.
always on my indie vibe.
Just like how I'm always on an R&B vibe.
It's what keeps me upbeat.
Yeah.
It's like it's the Peter Parker is what I like to say. God. Peter Parker listens to indie music, but
does he?
And yeah, I mean, hell, you see, you watch Amazing Spider-Man and all the Tom Holland movies too. A lot of that soundtrack, it's indie music. Peter Parker listens to indie music.
Yeah.
But in any case, yeah, no. As far as and movies, I haven't watched Obsession yet. I know it's really good. I had friends that went to watch it. They said it was really good. Every bit of the press. I've watched a bit of the director's work in general. A few of his short films on YouTube, which are amazing. And it's funny because me and my friend actually came to a little bit of discussion of how lately in the horror genre, like the titles are one word. Obsession, Nope. Like, you know what I mean? Like, there's a lot of that. Like,
I think Jordan Peele has a lot of
going right. You see, I think he might have been a good part of that trend. Like Us, like Jordan Peele movie. Like, I don't know what was the other one we were talking about too. But in any case, like,
I mean, Backrooms.
Yes.
I'm so looking forward to watching that movie. I'm not even joking. Like, again, like I always talk about how I'm not a horror fan. I don't like things because people who are horror fans do love the paranormal of it all. Do love like.
But you can deal with like sci-fi horror.
I can deal with sci-fi horror. I can deal with like a slasher movie,
or like a thriller.
A thriller. I love psychological horror more than anything in the world. That's why I'm so excited about this Backrooms movie because I just love trippiness.
Right.
Like, truthfully, like what in the world? You know what I mean? So
Right,
I'm very looking forward to watching this movie in theaters, especially because I feel like it's one of those movies where like you gotta watch in theaters.
But
my thing too, if you guys are feeling like you're watching the same things, if you feel like you're watching people with the same actresses in it or the actors in it in general, you're not watching new stuff.
Yeah, honestly,
you're not watching. For the sake of this podcast, I make it my mission to watch everything new and try to be proactive about it as much as possible. That way I can introduce new things to everybody. But I'm so sick of this whole like, there's the same actors and everything. You're not watching new things.
You're not watching enough. Yeah.
You're not watching new enough. You're really not.
Right.
That's just the reality of it. Yeah. So when I tell you, if you're looking for a new set of actors to be obsessed with, watch Off Campus. 1. 2, keep up with new stuff. Keep up with the new releases of the streaming services that you have. I understand like not everybody can afford a lot of streaming services, but come on, like there is other things that you can also get into watching that already exist. Like it's also too like go down a rabbit hole of iconic 80s movies. Like go on Pinterest and search up so and so like 80s movies or something, and you will get lists of like you will get lists of so many movies that you've probably never watched.
Right.